We're in the process now of watching another industry that doesn't have integrity start to come apart. We're starting to see big pharma start to come apart. We have an industry that profits by keeping people sick, by disempowering people so that they continue to get sick. That's really what pharmaceutical companies do, because the real answer to health and well-being and longevity is to go within, connect with your body intelligence. It's that aspect of you that does the healing, that does the rejuvenation, that tells you when you're thirsty, when you're hungry. It's a profound intelligence. It's hooked into all kinds of things. It is what you are connecting to when you're using your intuition. The intuition is the bridge to that body intelligence. You can start to have communication with your cellular structure, with your DNA. You can become fully aware of what your body wants. You can stop stressing and worrying and being angry and doing all of those stressful, aging activities, running those energies, those disempowering energies that age you, that make you sick until to the point where something breaks and you have to go from doctor to hospital to pharmacy looking for something to try to mask over whatever symptom you're manifesting. We know it doesn't work. We know that pharmaceuticals don't heal. But as long as we're we're keeping ourselves from the knowledge of how to heal from within, we're at the mercy of this industry. Now, this is without any judgment. There's no bad people. This is where humanity has gone. We've gone with free will. We've become disempowered as a race over many, many centuries, millennia. And we are in the process of balancing that and coming back into a balance where we are empowering ourselves collectively and individually. Quite simply, in simple terms, it starts with you. It starts with each and every one of you. You are not going to create peace, balance, well-being in society, in government, in business, without doing it for yourself first. It has to come through you. The systems we're talking about are all off balance. If you are not in balance, how are you going to go into those systems? How are you going to engage with those systems directly or indirectly and create balance there when you don't have it in your own life? You have to start with you. Balance in all things. Balance in your life, in your relationships. This is a big step. This is a big job. And the way we're going to resolve these bigger issues is by individually doing these things. And it's a bit of a journey to get there. Managing your energy, your use of words, your use of language, how you make decisions. If you're in an off-balance state, if you're running energies of guilt or anger or worry, blame, unworthiness, if these are the underlying energies that you have, it's undermining the quality of all the decisions you make. So the decisions about what you say, what you do, where you engage, where you share and throw your energy, how you're distracted, how you have opinions about things that have really nothing to do with you. Managing your own energy, managing your life force, building your life force, being present instead of being in the past all the time, unconsciously in your perception of experience that you've had, and then putting it out in front of you into the future and stepping into that looping cycle and just having the drama and the struggle continuing, reappearing in your life, aging you, giving you something else to complain about. And you live small. And you don't contribute. And You've been doing that lifetime after lifetime. This is the lifetime where you get to wake up. This is a lifetime where you designed for yourself to wake up. Now, if you're one of those people saying, I don't believe it, I don't get it, this is not for me, that's fine. You're going to wake up too, although it might not be in this lifetime. It might have to come in another incarnation. Regardless, this is where we're at now. We hit the turning point. That's what 2012 was all about. It was a turning point. It doesn't mean that everything changes overnight. It's kind of like taking the hourglass and turning it over. One period ended, and now a new period begins. This is a whole new way of perceiving yourself and the world around you. It's recognizing that the power is within, and you can reconfigure every aspect of your life to reflect balance, well-being, prosperity, whatever it is that you want, success, whatever that means for you. And it's different for everybody. But it starts with you doing it in your life. Not trying to fix anybody else. Not even trying to fix yourself, really. Nothing's broken. Things are just out of balance. We need to make some adjustments. This is an awakening. This is about becoming conscious of the unconsciousness that you've been living, that we've been living. And we see the consequences of it. We recognize the imbalances in the consequences and in the outcomes in what we're living, and we don't complain about it. We don't really spend a lot of time focusing on it and talking about how bad it is. We start to imagine what kind of a life we want to live for ourselves, for our children, our families, for our neighbors, friends, for the world, but we start with ourselves. You be the example of balance in your life so that you're not engaging with people or things or situations or events that have nothing to do with you, not just chirping in because you have a right to your opinion. It's those opinions that don't serve you. Let go of the opinions. Let go of the beliefs. They're founded on assumptions that are not so true as you might have thought. And when you start to look at them, you start to recognize them. Let all that stuff go. Be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with your relationships. If you don't have peace with yourself, forget about any kind of success. Forget about health, longevity, well-being. Forget about real financial prosperity and success. Forget about having happy and healthy family life. You need to be at peace with yourself. You need to let go of the worries, let go of the fears, the anxiety. All of that stuff is optional. Misery. All the misery in your life, it's all optional. Let it go. Come into balance. You start to come into balance. You start to be the example of balance in your life for you. But others will start to notice because they're going to be struggling in the drama and the conflict, and you're not. You're going to be sitting there, enjoying life, at ease, noticing opportunities to uplift, helping out people here and there when appropriate, in an appropriate way. You're not going to have the miscommunications. You're not going to have the crisis and the emergencies. You're going to spend your life focused on the things that you like, that you enjoy, exploring things that you like. You're not going to have the limitations. You're not going to have the complaints. You're not going to have the disease and the illness. You think people aren't going to ask you what it is you're doing? Why you and not them? And when they ask, you can tell them in an appropriate way. Give them a little bit. Give them what they're ready for. Give them what they can handle. You start to become masterful of your energy, your space. This is where we're going. This is the solution. You're about to see, we are all about to see, we're about to become witness to the solving of the unsolvable, whether it's energy on the planet, education, drought, famine, disease, all of it. New consciousness, the conceptual consciousness, the balanced human, the collective of balanced humans. See, when you come into balance, you start functioning not only intuitively with yourself, but then your intuition is hooked into the intuition of others. You start to engage other abilities like telepathy. It doesn't work the way we think it works. It's a whole other capacity, skill, and attribute, sense that you have. But when you're out of balance, you don't have any access to it. It's key. It's invaluable. As you come into balance, as you come into communication with your inner guidance, with your body intelligence, and you have that intuitive partner there all the time. It's like your navigator. It's hooked into the intuition, to the navigators of other people. You're going to start to see things come together in a quantum way. And you're going to say, how did this happen? It happened because you had people sharing and collaborating with imagination, with pure intent. The intention of the human, the pure intent of the human is profoundly powerful. It engages all kinds of forces that we're not really aware of. You are an energy field. There's magnetism, there's gravity, there's electromagnetism, there's light. There's all kinds of things going on in your DNA, in your field, your body, your bodies, your mental, emotional, your physical, your spiritual bodies, the human consciousness. There's all kinds of aspects of you. You're not singular. You're going to start to hook into, connect with the energy from other lifetimes that you've lived. Other skills, attributes, abilities, lessons, awareness you've developed in other lifetimes, coming forward now, adding into the incarnation, the manifestation, the person that you are now. What have you mastered in other lifetimes? It's all available to you now. This is what humanity is waking up to. It's a complete, utter game changer. So, what do you do? Let's start by this. We know that there is intention for this balance to happen. Humanity collectively has asked for it. Have intention to start with yourself. Have intention to balance all aspects of your life. Ponder what that means for you. Make note of it. Learn how the field that you are, that you have, works. Have intention to be more compassionate. Be less attached to your beliefs, your opinions. Let them go. Have the intention to let go of all of that which doesn't serve you. Patterning, programming, so much of it, it's unconscious. You don't know. It's been going on since you were born, since before you were born. Even in other lifetimes. The patterns that you are living in this lifetime, they continue from those same kinds of patterns in other lifetimes. Until you wake up, you're just going to keep going. That's what karma is. That's the energy of karma. It keeps kind of moving you around, seeing how you're going to react. And then we react. We have a drama, and it continues. You stop reacting. Karma goes away. You become the power. Your consciousness becomes the power. It's the power of balance. It's been my intention that this lecture be uplifting, of value, and encouraging. I look forward to comments and responses. I wish you all the best. Many blessings.